Starting from my mother's house in Morongo Valley, 2,700 feet above the valley floor, we take Highway 62, where on a good day you can sometimes see a mirage or even a vision of the water from the Sea of Cortez or from the ancient lake in the valley floor. And from the peak of San Jacinto all the way to the corner of the mountains, we end up in La Quinta. Green, secure, a home for the snowbirds, good walls, empty streets. That's like a fort there. Here's the real La Quinta. And now over to the left, not visible to the camera so much, is the sign of the high water mark of the lake. It's on this mountain as well. And this is modern day Lake Cahuilla, a recreational dam in what once was a little cove of the real lake. And across the across the valley, a beach. Lots of groves down here. A couple days ago, 4 dudes were gunned down. Everyone has an answer why. I think it was over that way. Now we're headed towards another water line, which I'm starting to see all over the place. It's getting quite visible. Lots of barrenness off to the left and right. Well, that's a good one. When I get there, the sun's behind us. If I bring a crew, it'll be easier to get a good shot of it, but I can't believe how deep the water would be. We're in the high corner of the valley, and the water would be way over our heads, over the phone poles. So the amount of water in this lake is unbelievable. Driving away a few miles, still over our heads. It's not going to stop. I think I see the Salton Sea in the distance. But this is where the Salton Sea gets its water, runoff from agriculture. The Torres Martinez Indians live on this reservation. It would be underwater at the high water mark, but at one of the medium levels, there may be fish traps or all kinds of archaeological things that are hidden somewhere. This is an intersection. INS got into trouble. Finally, we see the lake. The lake that's the Salton Sea. I don't know how the sea got in the bottom of the lake. There's a high water mark there. So how did the Salton Sea? Let's get this over with. The Salton Sea was a bunch of dudes trying to steal water from the Colorado River. It blew up in their faces, flooded for 2 years, filled the sink up, which is 230 feet below sea level. They tried some 50s pizzazz to get people down here. They sold some real estate, the American dream. Except these channeled harbors, basically the fish swim into it and they die. There's no circulation. This looks like a cocktail lounge. I can imagine people in the 50s grooving on their boat in a martini, but there's no boats there. That's the bone meal, salt kind of sand they got. This guy's got a nice pad here. A couple stories. Yeah, these channels are a cool idea, but they just end up killing the fish. I have some dead fish pictures, but I'll skip showing you that. And there's another high water mark, and we're still so deep it's hard to believe. So this part of the lake is much deeper than I could have imagined. And it also means the passage from the north end of the ancient lake to the south end. You had to go over some very deep water, so if you weren't comfortable with water, you're going to be scared. There's a salt factory. One of the early businesses was getting salt out of there. So it's so hot, 100 degrees, that's humidity. That isn't humidity at 100 degrees, fog. Back to the casino. Now for the ancient legends. So in the middle of the ancient lake was an island. And on this island comes something that was of value, of great value, obsidian. So this is the next stop. This is the beginning of the quest for Aashtalaan. Oh, by the way, the San Andreas Fault runs right under there. The birds can fly away. I hope to see you soon in Aashtalaan for further adventures. Have a good one.